Welcome to the Big O Show featuring KOKO and XERS. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you have not shared the space, please do so. And if anybody wants to jump on as co-host with me, you are more than welcome to. Remember, it doesn't co-hosting with me isn't too involved. You know, all you have to do is every once in a while maybe answer a question or give your opinion, stuff like that. Not hard. Remember, I create this as a monologue. Well, because I know, the time of day that we have these spaces, most people are working. We have a lot of Europeans in the house. Michael, how you doing? So we have, as I was saying, we have a lot of Europeans in the house. So I know a lot of people are working this time of day and really can't speak. If you have a question, at me in the Telegram, please don't send me a private message because I probably won't see it. So anyhow, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Thursday. I do expect it to pick up a little bit in here a little later. Cross did mention yesterday that he has some info to share and he wants to come and share it this morning. So he'll show up, and when he shows up, he brings an entourage with him. So anyhow, welcome to the Big O Show, guys, girls. Family friendly. Remember, family friendly. That's what I like to do here. I like to keep it family friendly. That's why my jokes are pretty boring. They are dad jokes. They are jokes that a father might tell their 4-year-old or 5-year-old child. So yeah, sometimes my jokes are a little boring, but that's okay. You know what? I want you to have a safe place for your family to be involved if you want them to be involved, So, DQ, how you doing? Welcome. Rise and shine. It is time for the swine. My name is Donnie. You can call me Donnie. That's no problem. You can call me Big Oinker, Big O, whatever floats your boat. I'm happy with it. KP, good morning. So anyhow, your tip of the day. You know what? I have a really cool tip of the day. Boom, boom. Yes, pun intended. Cool tip of the day is if you move into an igloo, remember, do not have a housewarming party. You might become homeless. Ew. See, now that is something you would tell a 5-year-old child, right? There we go. Welcome to Dad Joke Central. We gonna have some fun up in here because that's what we do. We have some fun. All right. Kicking us off are the pork chain picks. We have a top 10 list today. Yes, it's another top 10 list that no one asked for. No one asked for this top 10 list. Nobody wants it, but you got it anyhow. Today's top 10 list is 10 things you do not want to hear in a crypto telegram. Maybe some of them actually might be quite realistic, not necessarily funny. Number 10. Number 10. Relax, guys. The dev just went out for milk. He'll be back. Wink, wink. Yeah, right. About that. I think we've all been in that situation before. Anyhow, number 9. Don't worry. I'm putting all my rent money into this. That's how confident I am. Well, just as confident as the guy who had a housewarming party for his igloo. Yeah, he's homeless now. Number 8. DYOR. But really, my cousin's dog's groomer is super bullish on this. Yeah, you don't want to hear that in a crypto telegram. Number 7, our contract is fully audited by ChatGPT. Yeah, if you got to audit it, use a real company, buddy. Number 6, the sixth thing you do not want to hear in a crypto telegram is the team is doxxed. And they attached a blurry photo of somebody in a ski max. Here, we're doxxed. Look at us. Yay. Actually, I am quite doxxed, by the way. Remember, you can go to my YouTube, the Big Oinker YouTube, and you can rewatch all of these spaces, and you'll see my happy, pretty little face. At least my wife says it's pretty. Nobody else does. Anyhow, number 5, we are not a pyramid scheme. We're simply a triangle of trust. Well, yeah, I don't want to hear that in a crypto telegram. Number 4, the number 4 thing of what you do not want to hear in a crypto telegram. Who sold? Own up. I just want to talk. Yeah, about that, right? Come on. People gonna sell, people gonna come, let them do it. Third thing you do not want to hear in a crypto telegram: you don't lose until you sell, or until the FBI knocks. About that. I'll have to keep the FBI away, the FIBA. We don't want them here. Cam, how you doing? Welcome. Wizzy, welcome. I hope everybody's having a great day. If you just joined, remember, we're just going through the top 10 list that nobody asked for. This is top 10 things you do not want to hear in a crypto telegram. We are on number 2. It says, ignore the FUD. Also, ignore the fact that our website now redirects to a bakery. Yeah, we don't want that. Number one. Yeah, it's truthful, funny at the same time. Tokenomics are simple. Number one thing you do not want to hear in a crypto telegram: tokenomics are simple. You buy, we fly. Yeah, it's just common sense, right? And a bonus. Guys, serious question. How do I reverse a blockchain transaction? Yeah, just asking for a friend. Yeah, you don't want to hear that in a crypto telegram. Anyhow, yeah, we'll go ahead and move on. Top 10 list of things you do not want to hear in a crypto telegram. All right. Oinkers etiquette, guys. Remember, this is family friendly. Yeah, you are inundated with dad jokes and puns, okay? And for those of you that don't remember, a pun is simply a play on words. Sometimes the word has multiple meanings, or it sounds like another word. That's what a pun is. And I like to use those. I like to have fun with wordplay. I have cute little pig themed segments. We have please use your emojis. I love emojis. Absolutely. Absolutely love them emojis. Respect everybody's opinions. Please respect mine because it's uneducated. If I give you some type of advice, I will quote the source. Okay, I will give you the source. Please share the space. If you have not shared the space, please go ahead and do so. And remember, if you want to come on up and speak a little later, I do expect that you have shared the space. And also, remember, at me in the Telegram. I do try to watch over that while we're doing the space. Thank you, Mars, for the emojis. I love them. That's right. Yeah, baby. Clap, clap, clap. Let's get it up in here. Clap, clap, clap. All right. Gamma, how you doing, buddy? X-Raid, welcome. Excuse me. And yes, questions in the Telegram. You can at me in the Telegram if you have some questions and you cannot speak, okay? At me in the Telegram. Please do not message me. I will not see it. Your question will not get asked and answered, especially when Cross gets here, because he is the man with the answers, not me. I know just as much as you do. Continue on. Let's go ahead and take a look at our market overview, okay? Market overview. I want to focus a little bit on BTC dominance today, Bitcoin dominance. Maybe even do a little bit of teaching with it using CoinMarketCap's website, okay? Now, Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 60.7. Ethereum is up to 11.9, almost 12% here, okay? Now, I've been, the past, say, 2 months, I have brought this up and I've been speaking about BTC dominance, okay? And so I want to talk to you a little bit about what that means, stuff like that, okay? And I'm just going to take the information straight from their site. As I said, I'm uneducated in this area. So my resource is CoinMarketCap. What is Bitcoin dominance? BTC dominance is a metric used to measure the relative market share or dominance of Bitcoin in the overall cryptocurrency market, okay? So basically, in my own words, what it's saying is it's telling you how dominant or how strong the Bitcoin community is compared to the rest of them at the moment, at that current moment. Okay, and so why is this important? Why does BTC dominance matter? Okay, on the CoinMarketCap website, they give us several reasons. Number one, it's a market direction indicator. Okay, we are involved in alternative project. Okay, it's not BTC, it's alternative. So BTC dominance matters because if Bitcoin is dominating the market, well, then money's not flowing in as freely to a lot of these other projects. So it's a great market direction indicator. It shows us where the market is headed or where it is now, and you can see its historical movements and know where it's going. Next, it's asset diversification. For investors, understanding Bitcoin dominance can help guide decisions. Okay. It helps guide decisions on what to do. You know, if you see BTC dominance just keep dropping and dropping and dropping, you know, that means everything else is going up. So you might want to diversify. Market maturity indicator. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, and for a long time, it completely dominated the market. However, as the cryptocurrency market matures, many other crypto assets have been developed with unique features and use cases, like XPAD. XShot. Oh my goodness, we're going to blow the top off this place. We are going to blow the top off the BTC dominance. You're going to see, man, when we come out, you'll see BTC dominance dropping. Yeah. It can help you with trading strategy as well. And they do finish by saying it's worth noting, however, that while BTC dominance can provide some insights, it's not a definitive guide to investment strategy or market health. The cryptocurrency market is influenced by many complex factors, and BTC dominance is just one part of the picture. So BTC dominance, you're looking at it right now at 60.7. We, a couple of weeks ago, it was at 59. You know, we've been watching it drop. You know, luckily it's been sitting at 61 for the past week, roughly, where it's been for the last week. And you can see Ethereum has been coming up. It's been ticking up, which is a good thing. This is what we want. You know, we want to see, my opinion, we want to see BTC dominance down around 50%. Okay. So that's what we want to see. We want to see ETH skyrocket. Okay, our XProject is built on ETH, on Ethereum. It's built on that blockchain, so we want to see ETH do well. Make sense? I hope it makes sense. I hope it makes sense, everybody. Anybody that popped in while I'm looking at this other page, because mind you, I'm leaving the Twitter page to go and read this stuff to you. Anybody that popped in, how you doing? Chris popped in. Osama popped in. Anybody else that popped in I didn't get to see, welcome. We are doing a market overview. So let's take a look at BTC is sitting just under 115,000. Our fear greed is fairly neutral, right at 54. I mean, that's just almost dead neutral. Okay, your altcoin season index is sitting at 35 out of 100. Fear greed, we want to see that up above 80. That means people are buying. People are in. Altcoin season, we want to see that get up above 70, 80. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at my watch list. BTC, let's see. As I said, it's about 115,000. Fairly flat. Yesterday, today, just fairly flat, which is a good thing. Maybe we've bottomed out. 7-day, it's down 3%. 7-day Ethereum down 4%. XRP down 4.5% on the 7-day. Solana down 6%. On the 7-day, just about every single thing is red, except KOKO and XProject. Well, I'll take that, right? I'll take that. On the 24-hour, it seems to be things are fairly leveling out. You have Bitcoin at 0.5% up, Ethereum almost 2%, XRP almost 2%, Solana 4% up. That's good for the memes, right? Stellar is up a couple percent. Hedera, Avalanche, Shiba Inu, everything is up, and so far in the 1 hour, everything is just fairly flat. Fairly flat. It's a good thing. Now, Cross is going to come here later, and he's going to, he will talk about KOKO. He will talk about XProject and everything that's going on in there. But there are some things I do want to say before he does get here. Or before I hand it over to him about KOKO and what we're doing. Anyhow, KOKO. So something that I've noticed is that we are recently trending in Shield. Okay, recently trending in Shield. Man, I think that is so cool that we are back there. We're trending in many different positions, different times of the day. I love to see that effort back there. I just want to say thank you to everybody who is pushing that, who is there, and who is just always raiding. And you go in there and you see that there are 10 raids already lined up to go. Good job, guys, keeping us trending. Good job keeping the rating going. I also want to mention the KOKO Raiders group. Mr. Nolan, how you doing, bud? KOKO Raiders group on Twitter or X. If you're not part of that group, I don't know who you can speak to, but maybe just in the Telegram you ask, hey, how do I be a part of that? That group has become a lot more active recently. I love seeing the posts in there. For me, sometimes I personally don't like clicking Twitter links in Telegram. Okay. And it's only because I get tired of Twitter kicking me out, logging me off, making me go through that silly process of proving my identity and stuff to get back into my Twitter. So what I like to do when I see that there's a raid, I like to go into the Raiders group and click on the link there. And so thank you guys for keeping that up, because it helps me tremendously, So that's about all I want to say about KOKO. Good job, everybody. And don't forget, if look, there are 26 Koala PFPs that are admin in Telegram. Go ahead and start the VCs. Just start the VCs. Just play music. You don't even have to speak. Start a VC. What I used to do is I would start a VC and I would share my screen with sound and go to YouTube and play YouTube videos. Okay? And just play some music. Let people come and hang out and stuff like that. Please get them going, guys. Doesn't take, hey, Plumber's here. How you doing, bud? It doesn't take a lot of effort. Wales, how you doing? You can do this. We can, if you are admin in the Telegram, go ahead and get that started, guys. It's, if you can run it for a half hour, run it for an hour, no big deal. You don't even have to speak. Like I said, just play some music. Just give a place for us to hang out. That's it. Anyhow, remember with XERS, staking is the bacon, baby. Yeah, I coined that myself. Staking is the bacon. I created that myself, and then ChatGPT stole it on me one day. I didn't, I was a little flustered. I was like, wait a minute, they stole my joke. Anyhow, yeah, I made that one up. Staking is the bacon. And Cross has some updates coming, as soon as he gets here. He'll go ahead and go over those. So continuing on with our segments, I do want to go through the piggy bank principles today. Okay, this is another something that I learned out of the book called The Richest Man in Babylon. Okay, I have spoken about this before. Remember, a few spaces ago, we talked about the 5 laws of gold, or the five rules of cryptocurrency, and had to do with investing and stuff like that. So this one from this book is the 7 cures for a lean purse. This is what it says in the book, 7 cures for a lean purse. A purse is what individuals, what we used to call where we stored our money in years ago, many years ago. Remember, this is Babylon. Babylon hasn't been inhabited in a very, very long time, hundreds of years, I think, maybe even thousands. I don't know. I don't remember when it became uninhabitable. But piggy bank principles. This is financial advice from the experts. And remember, from the richest man in Babylon, 7 cures for a lean purse. And I have adopted it, asked ChatGPT to adopt it for crypto style. So we are going to call this 7 Babylon rules for building your crypto bag. Okay? 7 Babylon rules for building your crypto bag. Number 1, stack before you spend. Stack before you spend. A lot of us are OGs here. A lot of us have nice bags of XERS, nice bags of KOKO, right? We're going to be making some passive income here. Take a portion of that, okay? Decide now. A portion of that is always going to be reinvested, okay? You're going to try and stack your principal. Okay, you want to raise that principal. Okay, they suggest if you're just talking about your regular paycheck, in the book it suggests that 10% of every paycheck goes straight into your bag. Okay, goes straight into your savings, goes straight into your investments. Okay. Um, they suggest in the book that if you cannot save 10% of your paycheck, then you need to adjust your spending. Okay, and is a great story in the book that talks about that. Stack before you spend. Your bag is greater than your bills. Your bag is greater than your bills. This is how you build wealth. Okay, all of us, it's going to be easy to put some money in the bank. That's going to be easy. Keeping it there is going to be the hard part. We need to come up with ways to continue to stack our satoshis. Okay, to use a crypto phrase, stack the satoshis. Next, the second rule for building your crypto bag: stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. If you FOMO into every meme coin, they suggest you stop. Okay, because you're bleeding your money, you're bleeding your capital. Okay, and it's the fastest way to go and stay broke. Okay, now if you have a wonderful, if you have a large income, and you want to portion just a bit so that you can FOMO into different meme coins and still keep the spark alive and keep energized in that area, do so, but use strict rules. Give yourself rules. Write out your rules now. Stick to them. Next, number 3, turn your coins into coin makers. Okay. This one is key. Turn your profits into profit makers. Don't take the profits and spend them. Take the profits and make them make profits. Okay. Stake it, lend it, farm it, build positions that work while you sleep. Okay. Because remember, that passive income equals freedom. Just like with XERS, we're going to have passive income. That passive income is freedom. What do you do with that passive income? Okay. Do you blow it? Do you stack some satoshis? What do you do with it? Turn them, according to this book, you should turn them into coin makers. Okay, it says have your babies, have your passive income, have babies, have them have babies, and put it all to work for you. Make it all work for you, and that is how you build your passive income. You build that bag. Now, 4 says fortify your bag. Watch out for shady contracts, mysterious devs. Stay away from, this is my cousin's altcoin. Protect your capital. I like this one. Protect your capital like it's your seed phrase. Protect your capital like it's your free seed phrase. I like that. Would you just go ahead and just start giving away your seed phrase to people? No. So why would you give your capital to people? Protect the capital, build that capital. Okay. Now, I'm not saying you need to go from 10,000 to 100,000 overnight. Go from 10,000 to 10,100 in a month, then to 10,200, then to 10,500. Okay. Now, as you're putting in that 100, 200, that 500, put that money to work for you to make passive income. That passive income, you continuously stack and stack and stack it all. Next, own the base. The fifth thing that they mention is to own the base. It says in Babylon, it was a house. In crypto, it's hard assets. Control. It's talking about control. Cold storage and DeFi wallets are better than exchanges. Okay, if you're on exchanges, remember, it's not yours. It's really not your crypto. Okay. Now, exchanges do offer a bit of safety, convenience for a lot of people. Hey, I could just go and log into this one exchange. Everybody on this earth is used to, and Indigo, how you doing? Everybody on this earth, BB's here. Everybody on this earth is used to just going into a website, plugging in their login information, and seeing their information, especially with banks. Okay. your centralized exchanges mimic that. They mimic the banks because we're used to it. It's easy for us, and they control your crypto just like banks control your money. Okay? Once you put that money into the bank, it becomes the bank's money. Once you put your crypto on an exchange, it becomes their crypto. Okay? So according to the book, you should own the base. Okay? Take control over your assets. Okay? And build them as you control them. The sixth way, this one is pretty cool. Sixth thing you need to remember about 7 rules for building your crypto bag. Think cycles, not days. Think cycles, not days. Okay? Stack for the bear, harvest in the bull. Okay? Stack your cryptos in the bear market. You buy in the bear market, you harvest in the bull market. Okay? Stack in the bear, harvest in the bull, play a long game. Crypto is a marathon, it's not a slot machine. Now, do some people make it big in a casino? Yeah. Do some people make it big in crypto? Yeah, they do. Hey, a koala just popped up. Cool to have you, koala. But remember, the smarter, more secure way to build your bag is to plan for what's coming in the future. If you remember a conversation I had with Cross maybe about a year ago, I said that my plan is not to become rich this cycle. My plan is to build enough money that during the bear cycle, when we get to when everybody's selling and everybody's like, oh, crypto's dead, that's what I'm buying. When people are yelling crypto is dead, that's when I'm taking my profits from this cycle and I am buying, so that next time we get to a peak in a bull or close to the peak, I'm selling. I'm selling, baby. And that is, I have a 2-cycle strategy. 2-cycle strategy. That's what I want to do. Number 7, level up your brain. Level up your brain. Learn the markets. Read the charts. Study the projects, okay? Learn the markets, read the charts, study the projects. The sharper your mind, the fatter your bag. Ooh, I like that. The sharper your mind, the fatter your bag. So, if you just are throwing bleeding money into meme coins, I'm just going to FOMO into it, and you don't know anything about it, you're going to bleed your bag. You're going to bleed your capital. Okay. Learn the markets, read the charts. Okay. I have the way that my mind thinks is that I understand patterns. That's why I got into crypto in the first place, because I saw a pattern. Okay, I saw a pattern. Oh, okay, you know what? I saw a chart of Bitcoin one day, and it had up and then down, up and then down, up and then down. But what I noticed is every few years, the up is higher. And every few years, the down is higher than it was before. And I noticed that. I said, hey, wait a minute, there's something to this. So I started researching it, and that's when I got turned on to the cycles and stuff like that. And I still don't know much about reading charts. I have an understanding. I have downloaded some guides and stuff like that to help me understand what different patterns mean and stuff like that. But they're not 100% true, and especially in crypto. So anyhow, to finish this segment, it says that Babylon's richest man got rich by saving and reinvesting. Saving and reinvesting. Same rules apply with blockchain, okay? Same rules apply with blockchain. Save and reinvest, guys. Save and reinvest. That's what we should be doing. The 7 rules of blockchain, 7 Babylon rules for building a crypto bag. Later on today, I will post this. I'll go ahead and put it in post format, and I'll go ahead and post this on Twitter if anybody wants to take a look at it, okay? Moving on, guys. Yay, girls. How you doing? I'm going to leave Hog Wild for Mr. Cross when he gets here. And we're going to go and jump on some news stories from X. Remember, this is the point where I want to see your emojis. I want to see them emojis. Please. There's not a lot going on, a lot for news stories, so your involvement is key here, right? Key. please do so. And don't forget, if you have any questions or anything, you can at me in the Twitters, the KOKO Twitter, the XProject Twitter, OG Twitter, DDFT, KOKO DFTZ Twitter, KOKO China, not Twitter, Telegram. At me in any of those. And yes, the show goes on. Ha 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 ha. All right. Snout out. News stories from X. News stories from X. And I am going to be leaving. You know what? No, I don't need to leave. Yes, I don't need to leave. All right. News stories from X. Our first story is coming in from Watch a Guru. This is dated August 5th. It says just in, White House prepares executive order to fine banks that discriminate against crypto companies and conservatives. That's a great thing. In America, we're supposed to be, we're supposed to treat everybody the same, treat everybody equal. I mean, I think we should do that worldwide anyhow. But banks have been treating crypto and conservatives. We know about this, especially under the last administration. They've been treating them quite harshly. So I think that having a government jumping in and helping us out here and making the playing field a little more level is a good thing. What do you guys think? Is this a good thing that government is making is enforcing something like this? That they will fine banks who discriminate against cryptos and conservatives? What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? What do you guys think? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody that popped in I didn't get to say hello to? How are you? Happy to have you here hanging out with us. We're just going through some news stories on X. All right, well, next news story is also from Watch a Guru. It says the CFTC launches initiative to enable spot crypto trading on federally registered exchanges. Okay. Cool. You know what? That is just more freedom. As I look at it, it's just more freedom for us. Just more availability and things like that. Even though as we just talking about the 7 rules of building your bag, we don't want to be on exchanges, but exchanges do play a key role. For me, it was an exchange that first got me into crypto. The very first crypto that I bought was GBTC. And I think I bought that on Robinhood. If I remember right, I bought that on Robinhood years ago. Long before I ever moved to Bulgaria. Exchanges have their uses. But I think, for the most part, guys and girls, I think that get your crypto off exchanges if you can, according to the book there. So I think it's a good thing, when people have more freedom to visit these exchanges and people know that the government is there watching, protecting. I think it's a good thing. What do you think? Anybody? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Anybody? All right. Crypto Rover. It's at Rover CRC, Crypto Rover. Post this. He says 2013, 2017, 2021, and now 2025. All post-halving years. Bitcoin tends to bottom in early August and rally afterwards. He says the bottom is close. Now, this is also from 2 days ago, August 5th. He says the bottom is close. What do you guys think? Think the bottom is in? Think the bottom is in for this little microcycle? I'm going to give him a thumbs up because, I think so too. I mean, we looked at the numbers. We looked at everything looking like it's flattening out, right? Yeah, everything looked like it was flattening out, and so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I think that flat means no more sellers. I mean, there aren't any buyers, but flat means sellers are exhausted, which is what we like to see. Definitely. Anybody? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Anybody popped in that I didn't get to say hello to? How are you? Let me see, trying to take a look through here. No, Crypto Tony, how you doing, bud? I don't think anybody else. All right, guys. Let's move on to the next story from Twitter. This is from CoinVo at buy BY CoinVo at buy CoinVo exclusive. The Federal Reserve says 2 rate cuts are still possible before December. Depends on how big they are, I guess. Trump has been saying he wants rate cuts. He wants to be down around 1%. So, I mean, you would need really, really big rate cuts if we're going to get to Trump's goal by the end of this year. Anyhow, rate cuts, as it has been explained to me, rate cuts allows freedom of money, allows money to flow a little more freely. When money is allowed to flow a little more freely, these risk assets like crypto tend to do well. So any rate cut, okay, for the purposes of my bag, I look at it as a great thing. And Jay Powell keeping the rates as they are, I don't see that as a good thing for my bag. But then again, there is the little devil's advocate says, you know what? This is crypto. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin does. And sometimes what goes on the outside, it might be able to give it a little push, but we don't need it. I've heard that argument from some people, and in a way I agree with that too. But what's wrong with a little bit of help? Lower those interest rates. Come on, lower them. All right. Anybody? Thumbs up, thumbs down? What do you think? Good thing, bad thing? Somebody want to comment? By the way, anybody want to jump on up to the mic? The reason I have all of these segments is because I know it's hard for people to speak. If somebody wants to come on up and speak with me, have a conversation with me, we could put these segments on pause. We could put the dad jokes on pause. Oh, don't get me started on the dad jokes. Okay, how about a koala joke? Why don't koalas ever get lost in the forest? Anybody? It's because they always leaf a trail. Oh, come on, see? Crazy dad jokes, come on. Somebody come on up and speak with me. All right, next. Ash Crypto. At Ash Crypto Real. Ash Crypto says, breaking. SEC just declared that liquid staking activities are not considered as security. Bullish with a rocket. He does go ahead and cite his reference here, which is a good thing. Because anyhow, let me keep my opinions to myself. He cites his reference here, which is a letter from the U.S. SEC. Statement on certain liquidity staking activities. That's a good thing. You know what? Less government interference, the better. Here with this, when you allow the market to just flow freely like this, we'll let staking activities do their thing. We want staking to be a good thing. Remember, staking is the bacon, right? Staking is the bacon. We like staking, and I want staking. I would love for more people to become involved in staking. We're sitting at about. I'm just taking a guess at it. We're sitting at about 57% XERS staked. Okay, I know Plumber keeps us updated with that every few days or so. Man, I can't wait to see that up above 60 is my first goal. To get that above 60 is my first goal. Then I'd love to get that up about 70. Those are not only are they tokens taken out of circulation, but they are that's passive income for us. And as we just talked about 7 ways to build your bag, okay, the 7 methods to build your bag, and staking being one of it, making passive income being one of it. We love passive income. We need to use this. We need to get up to 70%. Okay, 60% is healthy, extremely healthy. Okay, 60% is going to be extremely healthy. I want 70%. You know what? I just want to blow this out. So anyhow, what do you guys think? Staking? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, I remember years ago, staking had a stigma. You know, oh my goodness, once you stake, you can't get them back. You know, there were some issues with stake and lightning. How you doing, bud? Welcome. Happy to have you. One rep. Welcome. Anybody else I didn't get to see? Highs, I don't know if I said hello to you or not. I'll say hello to you again. Anybody I did not say hello to, welcome. Happy to have you. We are expecting the man of the hour, Mr. Cross, to come in soon. All right, now we're just going through some news stories on X. If anybody wants to come on up and speak with me, have a conversation with me, I promise. I don't bite. I'm a pig. Pigs don't bite, right? I don't know. Actually, okay, weird trivia about pigs, right? Do you know that when a baby pig is born, it has two extremely sharp incisors in its mouth, extremely sharp. And when the pig is born, those incisors are normally pulled out. Yeah, because otherwise, no, this is not a joke, by the way. Otherwise, the incisor will cause problems when it is sucking on the mother's teat. And it will poke holes. It will give her cuts. It will become extremely painful. And if you have to watch out that they don't get infected and stuff like that. So yeah, weird piece of trivia, by the way. Sorry, my high school was on a farm. I learned lots of different things there. My high school was on a farm. So yeah, when a baby pig is born, it has extremely sharp incisors. So you have to pull those incisors out. So that way you can prevent infection and a lot of pain on the sow, the mother pig. Anyhow, Wizzy's here. There you go, little piece of pig trivia for you. Excuse me. All right, next piece of news. Also from Ash Crypto says breaking China to launch its first crypto stablecoin. All right, these guys don't know what they're doing over there. I mean, you know, every couple months we get news. China's banning crypto. China's banning crypto. Now they're doing this. Hey, you know what? What do you believe? What don't you believe? There was no reference there. Ash Crypto didn't give a reference there about China building a stablecoin. Anyhow, it's a government doing government things. I don't necessarily trust many of this world's governments. So I don't know. Would the Chinese government say one thing and do another? I don't know. You decide that. Me, I've already made up my mind. I believe they already have Bitcoin. I believe they are building stable coins. I believe they are doing that type of stuff. So anyhow, anybody want to come on up and say hello? Comments, questions? Anybody? Bueller? I'll go to the dad jokes. I will go to the dad jokes. Somebody come on up and have a conversation with me. We got 22 in the space. I see everybody is definitely expecting Cross. So Cross usually likes to pop in near the end of the space. So we'll see. We'll see when he gets here. When he gets here, he gets here. The space is being recorded. Remember, you could also watch it on my YouTube. See my happy little face on YouTube. You know, I'm not doxxed like those people we were talking about in the beginning. You know, the 10 things you don't want to hear in Crypto Telegram. Yeah, the team is fully doxxed, and they attached a blurry photo of somebody in a ski mask. Yeah, no, that's not me. You can see my happy little face. You know, I don't mind. You know, my name is Donnie. I'm here. You know my wife, Villy. She has popped in every once in a while. Completely doxxed. I don't mind. You know. So anyhow, guys, girls, somebody want to come on up and say hello? Otherwise, I will go into some not so funny dad jokes. All right, what do you call a pig who is a computer expert? Do, 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 do. What do you call a pig who is a computer expert? A techno ham. Oh, get it? Technology and ham from the bacon. Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Welcome. More dad jokes. How about some AI jokes? How about some cool AI jokes? Don't trust AI with dating advice. Why? Why don't you trust AI with dating advice? Because it just wants you to swipe right on a toaster. Oh, ooh. Oh, that's a bad one. uh, somebody want to come on up and say hello? So the AI, just like me, the AI tried to become a stand-up comic, but it kept crashing during the punchline. Boom, boom. Oh, that's just silly, funny stuff. Silly, funny stuff. It kept crashing during the punchline. I love it. All right, guys and girls, let's take a look at some news stories from CoinMarketCap. And I want to give me one moment to put it on my second monitor here and read from there because I want to be able to see when the man of the hour comes into the room. You know I hate dead space. I absolutely hate dead space. Dead air, dead air. What do you guys think about NFTs? Give me a thumbs up. NFTs going to make a comeback? I mean, it looks like they are. There are a lot of cool NFT projects out there. But I wonder, are they actually doing anything? There's a lot of talented people on this earth. They can make some crazy things and make some crazy art. And I think this digital art is pretty cool. Although I do think NFTs are I mean, they're going to be it's going to expand far beyond just digital art. You know, the technology there, what they can do, what can be done with it is crazy. All right. So let's read a little article. It says, why is the market up today? Why is the market up today? This is according to CoinMarketCap. It says the crypto market rose 0.89% over the last 24 hours, rebounding from a 2.5% weekly decline amid improving regulatory clarity and institutional activity. Hey, Mr. Baggs is here. How you doing, bud? Main factors behind the 24-hour move. Number one was regulatory relief. The SEC, it called it bullish. The SEC clarified liquid staking isn't a security, boosting Ethereum ecosystem tokens. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's the first reason that the market is up. Second, institutional moves. Parataxi 640 million Bitcoin Treasury SPAC merger signaled confidence. Okay, good thing. I don't know much about it. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't really know anything about it. ETF inflows. They say that this is just fairly neutral. Spot Bitcoin ETFs saw 91.5 million inflows after 4 days of outflows. You know what? I look at that as bullish. I don't see that as being mixed. You know, I think that's a bit bullish. If we have 4 consecutive days of outflows, then all of a sudden we flop it. Yeah, granted, it's only 100 million into a token that's almost 2 trillion, worth almost 2 trillion. It's only 100 million. You know, it's a drop in the bucket, but it may signal a shift, which is what we want. You know, you have a four days of constant outflows, and now you go into the plus. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. So anyhow, let's get back and let's see what other cool news stories they have here. Let's see. Anybody want to come on up and say hello? Remember this. Let's consider this open chat and Shill time. Anybody want to come on up and say hello? Anybody want to take a guess at how many cryptocurrencies there are? According to CoinMarketCap right now, don't go looking. Don't go looking. No, don't go looking. Take a guess. Take a guess. Type it in the messages. Go ahead and type it in the messages in the underneath. Type it in a reply. How many cryptocurrencies do you think they are? Type it in a reply. Okay. I would say my guess. Here, I'm going to reply right there. Now, of course, I know the answer, so I'm just going to throw a number out there. My guess is 5 million, that there are 5 million cryptocurrencies. So, somebody, go ahead. How many cryptocurrencies do you think there are? Post your reply, post your reply. How many cryptocurrencies do you think there are? Anybody else want to post a reply? There are, according to CoinMarketCap, 19.13 million cryptocurrencies. 19 million cryptocurrencies. You know, when you hear somebody say, "Oh, there's thousands of cryptos out there," I've said that before. They probably have never seen this stat, because that is absolutely like crazy. Now we need to get XPAD up and running and get XPAD to add another million to that. That's what we need. We want another million on top of that, right? Another million. Man, imagine if XPAD brought out a million new projects. Yet-Ye is here. How you doing, Yet-Ye? Who else has popped in here? Methodical. Welcome. Happy to have you, brother. Remember, this is family-friendly crypto news and chat, and I'm waiting for somebody to come up and chat with me. You know, I could have Little Oinker do it, but he's pretty boring. You know, you think I'm boring. You think I have bad jokes. Wait till Little Oinker gets up here. How many exchanges do you think are out there? How many exchanges? Guys, girls, go ahead. Type it in the comment. Type it in the comments of the post. Type it in the comments of the space post. How many exchanges do you believe are out there? How many exchanges are there? How many exchanges? I know the answer, so I'm not going to go ahead and type anything. But please go ahead. Give it another moment or two, and then I will give you the answer. I'll give you the answer. How many exchanges do you think are out there? There are 837 exchanges. 837 exchanges. That's a lot of exchanges out there. That is a lot of exchanges out there. All right, we have a little article from CoinMarketCap called "What Are the Trending Narratives?" Okay, it is get a little take a temperature of the market for right now. It's a very short read. It's only going to be about half a minute or so. So, trending markets. Here are the trending narratives based on CoinMarketCap's evolving narrative algorithm, looking at price, news, and social momentum, etc. Okay, so our trending narratives. Number one, the Binance ecosystem. plus 11.87% in 30 days, dominates 87% of BTC futures volume. 87% of BTC futures is in the Binance ecosystem. Wow. Boosted by SEC clarity on liquid staking and AI-driven user interface upgrades. Wow. So Binance, so right now, that whole Binance ecosystem, the BNB coin, all of that stuff seems to be a trending narrative. Number two, your second trending narrative, layer one innovation. Layer 1 innovation, plus 10.84% in 30 days. We're looking at ETH's regulatory clarity on staking and Polkadot's liquid staking rollups drive infrastructure bets. Now, my opinion, what's going on with Polkadot? I mean, really, that's another one that looked like it was dead, and now here it is driving a trend. You know, look at it go. You know, you can never count any of them out. Anyhow, you never know what's going to happen, right? Not financial advice. Remember, I'm dumb in this area. Third thing, tap to earn revival. Oh, gosh. Yeah, about this. That's up 20% in 30 days. GameFi 2.0 momentum with skill-based rewards and $610 million market cap resurgence. Okay, so tap to earn revival, layer one innovation, Binance ecosystem. Those are your trending narratives today. Trending narratives today. Let's go. Another friendly koala joke. How's that? What did the koala say after a long day? What did the koala say after a long day? I'm totally bearing out. Silly koala. He is bearing out. Actually, you know what? A koala's not even a bear. I mean, really, koala's not even a bear. It's a marsupial. Okay, yeah, that's the big word, marsupial. Marsupial means that it can, it has its young it has a pouch where its young stays. Actually, a koala baby is really, really tiny. If I remember, a koala baby is about the size of a bean, okay? You know, you take like a lima bean or a little white bean or something like that. That's the size of a koala baby. And then it stays in the pouch until it grows until it becomes, you know, the baby koala and it can come outside. Okay, yeah, see, I have a lot of useless information stuck up in this mind. So anyhow, anybody that popped in, I didn't get to say hello. How you doing, guys? Everybody. I suppose everybody's waiting for Mr. Cross to come in here. He'll get here when he can, I'm sure. How about a cool pig joke? What do pigs wear on hot days? Oh, this one's not that funny. Yeah. They wear pig top shorts. Pig top shorts. Hey. All right, guys. All right. Let's take a look at question on CoinMarketCap. It says, are altcoins outperforming Bitcoin? Are altcoins outperforming Bitcoin? Okay. Altcoins are lagging Bitcoin per today's CMC altcoin season index reading of 33 out of 100. Okay. Well, look at this. It's going to deep dive some of this stuff. Pretty cool. A lot better than they're a lot more informative than I am. So the number one reason is Bitcoin dominance is at 60.76%, minus 3 points in a half hour, 24 hours. That's a good thing. CMC altcoin index is at 33. Bitcoin retains dominance despite minor outflows to alts. Bitcoin is maintaining its dominance. Yeah, it's going to drop. I mean, that's just the cycle. You know, we talked a little while ago about these cycles, and you know how I even got into crypto in the first place was by noticing patterns in these cycles. Number two, regulatory clarity boosts ETH liquid staking. Okay, so Rocket Pool Says it's a 29% social engagement. Surges after SEC's staking ruling, but ETH trails BTC. ETH trails BTC. So, when you're staking, maybe we'll take a look at that in just a few minutes. Staking. It says that right now it's still BTC is dominating that area. Meme coins show isolated strength. Donkey plus 178% in 7 days, and NS plus 12% in 7 days rally, but the Binance ecosystem alts like BNB underperform. Okay, putting them at minus 4.5%. So are altcoins outperforming Bitcoin? No, not at this moment. Not at this moment. Okay, and anybody want to come on up and say hello? Come on up and say hello. I'm going to look for, I am going to look for, I know CMC has it, a list of staking rewards, what each project has it. Where did I see it? So let me see if I can find it. Anybody want to come on up and say hello? Umar, how you doing, bud? Hello. Me to sing, guys, girls, and I'm a horrible singer. I love singing so much. Is there anything that you love doing but you are just bad at it? Me, it's singing. I love singing, but I am so bad at it. Like, yeah, I scare people with my singing. So let's see. I don't know. Maybe I saw it on Coinbase. I don't know. I don't remember. Let me go take a look at Coinbase while we're doing this. And how about another koala joke? You want a koala joke? No. Let's do a pig joke. Why did the pig cross the playground? Why did the pig, oink oink, cross the playground? Any ideas, anybody? He wanted to get to the other slide. Oh, I know, silly dad jokes, silly dad jokes. We wouldn't have to do so many of them if somebody would come on up and say hello. All right. All right, let's take a look at today's stories from Coinbase. BTC funds see outflows while ETH outperforms. Okay, next one. Ether Treasury Company notches 1.9 billion after a new buy. Good stuff. SEC signals positive guidance for liquid staking. I'm going to go ahead and read this one to you. Liquid staking tokens such as LDO and RPL spiked higher on Tuesday, following a new SEC statement that certain liquid staking activities do not involve the offer and sale of securities. The latest staking guidance adds to the agency's recent Project Crypto initiative to provide regulatory clarity while potentially clearing pathways for greater institutional adoption. I am just a little curious. Okay, and let me do this real time. Mind my ignorance. I have no, what does it mean by liquid staking? Okay, I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT, what is it meant by liquid staking? And give me one moment. I'll read you what it says. Explain what liquid staking is in crypto, like I am in high school. There we go. That way it doesn't come back with crayons and coloring books and something like that. All right. It says, What is liquid staking in crypto? First, let's start with staking. In crypto, staking means locking up some of your cryptocurrency, like Ethereum, to help run and secure a blockchain network. When you stake, you are kind of like putting your money in a savings account. It's working for the network, and in return, you earn rewards like interest. But here's the catch. When you stake your crypto, it's locked up. You can't use it or sell it until a certain time. XERS, by the way, XERS only has a 7-day lockup. When you buy XERS, not only do you get your 15% APY, you also are only locking it up for 7 days. So after 7 days, you can do anything you want with it. You can leave it there forever, can continue to take your 15%, 1.25% per month, continue to take that, and it's unlocked after 7 days. I mean, so you can unstake anytime you want after 7 days. That is a really cool advantage to staking with XERS. Remember, staking is the bacon. Staking is the bacon. Now, enter liquid staking. Liquid staking is staking, but with a twist. You still lock up your crypto, but you get a token in return. That represents the staked amount. That token is liquid, which means you can trade it, sell it, or use it in other crypto apps while still earning rewards from staking. Okay, so liquid staking, essentially what it's saying is that you stake. When you stake, you get another token. You get some token in return that represents the staked amount. You can trade it, sell it, do whatever you want with it. Here is a simple example that it gives. You stake 1 ETH using a liquid staking platform like Lido, L-I-D-O. You get a token back called STETH, which stands for staked ETH. Your ETH is working and earning rewards. But while it's staked, you can still use your STETH in other ways, like trading it or using it on DeFi apps. Crypto stuff like borrowing, lending, stuff like that. Why does this matter? Normally, staking is like locking money in a locker. You can't touch it. Liquid staking gives you a key copy, so you can still do stuff with your money without breaking the rules. So the TLDR is liquid staking equals earning rewards from staking and still being able to use your crypto, i.e. the liquid part. Okay, you can still use it. It's easy to use. It's like eating your cake and having it too, and still having it. So, ChatGPT did offer to make me a meme out of this. I'm not interested in that. Not interested in that. So, anyhow, anybody else that popped in, how you doing? Welcome. Happy to have you. Cross is coming in here soon. He's going to give us some information. Little Oinker has been popped down as a listener. Let me go ahead and get Little Oinker back up here because if my internet drops, I need to have him. In here. So while we're doing this, so an AI pun for you. My robot friend has no sense of direction. It always gets lost in the algorithm. Hey, boom, bumps. This is an open chat and shill time. Anybody want to come on up and shill something? Anybody find another project that maybe we should all know about? Come on up and share it. Don't forget, you can @ me in the Telegram if you have a question or something you want to say, but you are not in a position to speak, but you can type. @ me in the Telegram. Please go ahead and do that. All right, Little Oinker is back. Let me go ahead and get him as a co-host. All right, here we are. Guys, girls, Somebody come on up and introduce yourself. If you have never spoken in a space before, this is a safe place. You know, this is a safe place to speak. Come on up and introduce yourself. I know many people have introduced themselves here that have never really spoken in spaces before. You know, I remember, yeah, come on up and introduce herself. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, so others have done it too. Came on up, introduce themselves. This is a safe place to do it, guys. An absolutely safe place. So anybody have a question? Anybody want to come on up and say hello, guys and girls? All right. So I went ahead into, I can't find where I saw a list of crypto staking yields. So I went into ChatGPT and I asked them for the top 10%. And I remember a lot of these. So yeah, it looks about right. So let's do this, right? Talking about staking, okay? According to ChatGPT, here is a current snapshot of top staking yields. This drawn from recent research across protocols and platforms. Do keep in mind that yields are highly variable depending on network dynamics, inflation, and whether you're staking natively or by centralized services. So the top 10 highest crypto staking yields, okay? First one, Cosmos, ATOM. I've seen that before, actually. And you get up to 18.5%. Okay, that's not bad. 18.5% per year is absolutely amazing, actually. Not bad. I mean, our 15% is amazing. Has the highest staking yield among POS, proof of staking, blockchains. Okay, so Cosmos gives, you can get up to 18.5% staking, 18.5% APY. Stake your, I mean, if you are involved in Cosmos, I mean, sure, why not stake it, right? Next is Polkadot, and here's Polkadot popping up again. Polkadot is 11.5%. Very attractive yields within the ecosystem, it says. Next is, Polkadot is DOT. Next is Tezos, which is XTZ, up to 10%. One of the first staking options with steady returns. Okay. I mean, if it's been able to, I mean, it says one of the first staking options. That's a good thing. That means it's been around for quite a while, and up to 10%. I mean, to me, that looks a bit safer than a lot of the others. You know, where Polkadot's price action is yeah, about that. So 11.5%. You know, is that really a good thing if the price is going down? You know, that's not what we want. We want to make these APYs where the price is level or increasing, preferably increasing. You know, you don't want to lose money in staking, even though you're gaining tokens. You don't want to lose money on the tokens. So Tezos up to 10%. That's number 3. It's XTZ up to 10%. Next is Avalanche. Sure, I think we all know AVAX, right? Quite popular. I think AVAX is pretty popular with the gaming community, if I remember right. You can get mostly 7 to 8%. Fast, cost-efficient blockchain delivering mid-range APY. And Avalanche is a solid chain. I don't recall any downtime with Avalanche. I don't recall any stories with blockages with Avalanche or anything like that. Every once in a while, Solana has these blocks. They get blocked up, they get backed up, and stuff like that. I don't recall any of this stuff with Avalanche. Maybe that's why gaming. People do their gaming projects on Avalanche. So anyhow, 7 to 8%. Number 5 is Aptos. Aptos, very high, around 7%. APT, by the way, APT is the ticker. Very high staking participation rates with moderate yields. Not going to comment on Aptos. I don't know anything about them, okay? Remember, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just simply reading what ChatGPT has told me based on what we put in there. Okay. By the way, if anybody else has popped in, welcome. Happy to have you. Good morning. You're welcome to come on up and ask a question. Okay. Let me go ahead and do over the Oinkers etiquette one more time, because there is a lot of people in here and some people that maybe we don't know what's going on in here. This is a family-friendly crypto news chat and chill. Okay. Family-friendly. You'll get plenty of dad jokes in here. Okay. Yeah, they're not meant to be funny to you. They're meant to be funny to a 5 or 6-year-old child. But you might get a little kick out of some of them, because I do every once in a while, right? Pig themed. I have cool little pig themed segments that we go through. Please use those emojis. I feed off of emojis. Please use them. When Cross starts speaking, use your emojis for him, okay? He feeds off it too. He doesn't tell you, but I know he does, okay? Because I see every once in a while, when you start getting crazy with the emojis, he'll start going, yeah. His voice will raise a little bit, and he'll go, yeah. And he gets excited too. Everybody who is up on the panel, they get excited when you use your emojis. Okay. I'm getting excited just at the thought of you using emojis. Please use them. Okay. So respect everybody's opinions, please. Not financial advice. I'm uneducated in this area. Share the space if you want to speak, and you do not have a Koala PFP or an XERS PFP, XProject somehow. If you do not have one of those PFPs, I will check your profile, okay, to make sure you shared the space. Okay, I will check it, and I am recording this to put on YouTube. It will be on YouTube, so everybody's going to know you tried to come up here and speak, and you didn't share, you didn't follow the rules. Everybody's going to know. Everybody's going to see it. Anyhow, come on up and ask questions, okay? Come on up and ask questions. If you can't ask questions here, I do periodically check the telegrams. At me in a telegram if you want to just share. If you have something to say, okay? So there we go. That's the first top five of top crypto staking yields. That's the top 5. Number 6, Solana. Yeah, we were all very familiar with Solana. Solana is giving you around 6 to 7%. You know what? Solana is 67%, and sometimes it's 9 to 13%. That's why it's number 6, because sometimes it's 9 to 13%. Okay. The default range is around 6%, but it can spike significantly using platforms like Marinade or Jito. Okay. Now, Solana, we know, is one of your top five blockchains. Okay. So there seems to be a little bit of stability there. Where you're going to put, if you're going to stake your Solana tokens, your SOL, it's going to go through the cycles. Okay, you shouldn't be losing a lot of money. You shouldn't be losing any money on the token itself. So that is a good thing. Number 7, Sui. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just going to say Sui, like a pig. Sui. SUI. 10 to 16%. 10 to 16%. On some platforms. Emerging high yield staking option, though your risk might be higher. Okay, now I don't know much about this blockchain. I do know there are a lot of people who loves Sui and expects great things over the next couple years with this blockchain. So, might be worth a look for you. Next, EtherFi. EtherFi 12 to 20%. You get on EtherFi. EtherFi is a staking platform offering elevated yields, but with added counterparty risk. Okay, that's right. Because now you're worried about the platform, and here's what I'm looking at. I don't know much about the platform itself, but if it's anything like a centralized exchange, here you are again. You have to worry about their security. You have to worry about what's going to happen with your tokens if they just up and go out of business, something like that. Same thing with the next two. We have Athena. Athena is also a platform-based up to 14%. Another platform-based staking option with high yields, but riskier. Definitely riskier. Absolutely riskier. Last one, P-K-O-I-N. Pecoin. I don't know how to pronounce that. Pecoin. You can get up to 30% with Pecoin. Up to 30%. Exceptionally high APY. But remember, as you start getting higher in this APY, your risk also is elevated. So you want to be careful with some of this stuff. It's the higher the risk, the higher the reward, yes, but also the higher the option of you losing. And nobody wants a stake to lose. Definitely not. So, reading on, it does give some honorable mentions and platform-based offers. Lido, Coinbase, Kraken. All for ETH offers ranges from 3.7 to 7%, depending on the provider. CeFi platform, CeFi. Nexo, Uphold, Kraken offers between 15 to 21% on assets like Atom, ATOM, DOT, or stable coins, depending on lockups and conditions. Currently, I do use a little bit of staking with USDC on Coinbase. The thing is, it is liquid. Okay, I don't necessarily have to stake. I actually just by having USDC on Coinbase, I'm making I think it's 4.25%. Okay, so as I take profits, okay, now a portion of that is going to be held aside just for the bear market, just for the bear market, and I'm going to put that into USDC because I'm going to make 4.25%. I'll make 4.25% while it sits there for the next year and a half. Okay, great. Then I'll have 4.25% more that I can stack my Satoshis, as we keep saying, stack my Satoshis. So anyhow, some important notes it gives us on returns. Nominal versus real yields. High APY doesn't always reflect actual gains once you account for inflation and tokenomics. For example, Polkadot's nominal yield of 14% might translate to a real yield of just 1.1%. 1.1%. I mean, wow. Look at it. It's advertised as 14%, but you might only get 1.1%. Look, XERS, it's 15%, right? Let's say you're making 1,000 XERS per month. Right now, XERS market cap is sitting about 2.4 mil, right? Well, you know what? Right now, those 1,000 tokens, doing the math on the top of my head, is worth $22.40, roughly. $2.40 if I'm right. Maybe $24. I might be off. Anyhow, somewhere in there. And as this is an up-and-coming project, okay? Market cap, price per token is going to increase. It is going to increase. So those 1,000 tokens right now, maybe they're worth $24. In 2 years, those 1,000 tokens might be worth $2,400. You get what I'm throwing down? You understand what I'm throwing down? So that is definitely something that you want to pay attention to. You don't want to stake into a project where each individual token is losing value. We don't want to do that. The next important note it says is platform and lockup differences. Rates vary widely depending on staking platform, lockup period, and which tokens you're stacking. Centralized platforms often yield higher APY, but carry many added risks. So it's definitely something that you want to pay attention to. ChatGPT, good job here. They gave me a little give me a little cheat sheet of a chart, like a summary table, which is really cool. And we will get into, something that I do want to get into is a market cap explanation. I want to explain how market cap works with, I don't want to explain anything anymore, actually. Cross is in the house. The man of the hour is in the house. Next space, guys, girls. I want to explain market cap and how the price, the market cap increases versus how the price of the token increases, okay? Because there's a little bit of confusion as to how that works, okay? In a nutshell, market cap, let's look at it as what the entire market values the project at. Okay, what the entire, as I was saying, what the entire space values the project at. So let's think about it that way, and then we'll go deeper into it. Next space, we'll go deeper into it. I think maybe next space, unless we're celebrating. Cross, are we going to be celebrating next space?
Of course, brother. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, bud. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Waking a bit late today, so I'm glad I made it. I joined the space.
Oh, we waited for you. We waited for you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And sorry, guys, just let me handle my son really quick, and I'll be back. Just give me 1 minute, please.
We're here. We're not going anywhere. Hey guys, girls,
right.
Now is time to go ahead and make sure anybody that wanted to be in the space is here. Okay, Cross is the one dropping the alpha, not me. Yeah. I drop the dad jokes nobody wants to hear. Cross drops alpha. So if you can go ahead, share the space again. I don't know, call your grandmother, tell her to come on in. Get everybody in here, please. I'm going to go ahead. I will share right now in the telegrams while we're waiting for Mr. Cross. And Cross is speaking. I'm just going to say Cross is speaking. And copy. There we go. Osasi says he's here. Osasi, how you doing, brother? I didn't see you. I don't think I said hello to you. Okay, anyhow. Was there any news from Cross? I left it. He's speaking now, Ossie. He's speaking now, or it will be in just a moment.
All right, I'm good. I put the kid down. I'm free.
All right.
Good morning, XERS. Good morning, koalas. Good morning, Big Gunker, everybody. How's it going?
We are rocking and rolling, my friend. We've covered a bunch of topics.
Okay.
I gave a great explanation. I think it's a great explanation, anyhow, of why I do dad jokes and stuff like that. So anyhow, we've just been having fun waiting for you, my friend. You are the man of the hour. You teased us last night. By saying you have some things you want to share. All right, the floor is yours, sir. You can just string us along as long as you want, or you can come right out with it.
Okay, cool, perfect. Thank you, Big Gunker. And actually, I've been making some voice messages lately, like almost every 2 days or something like that, showing you that I want to share with you a lot of informations and updates you. Also, cannot say everything, but yeah, we've been working very hard. As you know, our priority right now is to release XPAD. I'm very, very proud of the team. Game Boy and devs are doing a great job, technically speaking, because everything is coming exactly the way I want it to be. Like yesterday or 2 days ago, I shared with you the the page where devs can set up their taxes on contracts. I think this is very, very important, especially on ETH. I mean, Solana generally are, most contracts are 0%, like especially the ones that are launched on PumpFun or Bonk. And lately we see some contracts with taxes, but generally they are like farms and stuff like that. On ETH, there are more projects with taxes because generally there are utilities behind, and so they need money to develop their utilities, just like XERS, right? And so we made it possible. So the dev can define exactly the way he wants the taxes to go, how much taxes, and where they are going. Because generally, what they do with all the launch pads is that if there are taxes, the money is going just to the dev wallet. That's it. Or sometimes you can add a marketing wallet. Well, we gave three options to the devs. You can see on the screen I shared. So one, this is beautiful. So the focus we have to do is to focus on the customers, right? On devs here. What do they want to be comfortable launching their project? I think we made it. We gave them all the options so they can do it. So they can launch with no money, like no liquidity, just $3 or something like that to launch the contract. They can set up taxes exactly the way they want. That will help them, push their project. And guess what? We get 20% lifetime from those fees. And this is huge. I was yesterday talking about I took an example of the 1% tax that we had on X back in the days. It was not built well because it was in native token. It was in X tokens, you remember, and it was selling, blah, blah. But the kind of amount of money you make from this is huge. And for us, having 20% on this, on all the contracts that will be there, is, I believe, something we are like underestimating right now. It's not easy to understand the power of all of this, like how much money we are going to make. What I know is that it's going to be huge. And all of this going automatically. So that's the next thing I wanted to talk about, is that we have released, I believe, 80% of everything we wanted to make. Now, the last things are the smart contracts handling the buybacks, the burn, sending to the staking pool, and etc. So I cannot tell you when we go live, but we are getting close. And appreciate the fact that all of you are not like, you all understand that we want to release something perfect or we don't. I mean, we take our time. We are not here to rush. Some guy said, yeah, we've been here for 10 years, not 10. We've been here for 2 years. We can wait one more week, and that's exactly the mindset. I believe that is right. Because here, there is no room for error, It's like perfection. I mean, perfection doesn't really exist, but yeah, I mean, technically, right? So perfect contract, perfect flow, perfect tool, and that's what we are going to do now. And the great news about all of this is that all the people I'm showing them are very excited. So we got some investors that joined, and I think you're already aware about that. Big whales that are in KOKO and that are in KOKO from day one and are still here, big boys. And they finally understand the link between XERS and KOKO. At first, we have a lot of people that are more, they are investors, but they don't really have all the knowledge, understanding on the blockchain and everything. So I had to explain things and show, with drawings and things. But once they understand what we're doing, they turn extremely bullish and bullish on KOKO. Something I want to say, because it was in the chat. When you see the flow of money, if we take my example of 250K monthly buyback on XERS and same on KOKO, KOKO's market cap is going to pump more, way more than XERS because the liquidity ratio is not the same, right? And if you ask me, what will I do? Well, I will have my XERS for my passive income. And yeah, I can take some profits also, no problem. But I see it like the passive income machine. And KOKO is more where I'm going to, cash out more money and faster. That's how I see things. In Solana, there is no taxes. And like I said, market cap will pump really stronger. The ratio is like 1 to 3. So if KOKO pumps like 25 millions with 250K, XERS will go up like 7 or 8 millions. It's a ratio from 1 to 3 between KOKO and XERS. Also, XERS, of course, really harder to go lower because you need a lot of selling pressure to have the chart going down on XERS. So that's what I want to do. So the great news right now is that I don't know if you remember. Yes, of course you do. About the investors. I'm not talking about the one I just talked about, but the one that were having these problems. Remember, of bank and blah blah.
Correct.
Well, I got a phone call. Yes, I got a phone call 2 days ago with the good news. So the money is coming. The money finally arrived in the hands of the person, and now we are seeing how much and how. So this is coming, and I think we might have like one week or something like that when we see the situation of our chart accumulating going up slowly. But then I believe it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy because I was yesterday having fun making some analysis again on all the launch pads that exist. This is huge, really huge. And the crazy thing in our project is that I think XPAD is small regarding XShot or other things that we're going to do. It means that the projections I made might be very, very, very pessimistic. We might see something else. It's a bit early right now, but that's my assumption, and I think that makes sense. This is a logic. So the big guys are coming. The utility is soon ready. Community is strong. Diamond hands. We can see that the market right now is definitely shifting to I believe, what we call the alt season, because the meme crazy things are kind of a bit tired right now. People are tired of being wrecked because, as a matter of fact, most people are really losing money on all of this. I'm seeing this every time. And I was having fun the other day seeing that guy from Bonk. He was like, yeah, I turned 1K in 1 million in 1 hour or something like that, I was like, yeah, of course, it's because you are an insider.
Right.
Stop bullshitting people. Stop telling people lies that, you can be a millionaire overnight. It's exactly like the lottery ticket. Yes, if you take a lottery ticket, you might have a chance, but you have a chance out of how much? Out of 1 million, or I don't know. If you're honest and you say this to the crypto guys, I will be okay with you. But if you say that, you can do it anytime. No, it doesn't work like that. The people that are making money are insiders, or sometimes some lucky one that, they were here at the right time. It happens. You never know. God plans for everybody. So I think this is the time where, and that's what will happen definitely in the crypto industry, is that at some point there are going to be some regulations and all of that, but people are learning, they're getting more, they have more experience and all of this is going to die soon. All those pump and dumps and all of that, and I'm very happy about it. I think we are going to enter to the new era where we are looking for projects that are valuable, that make sense, like they can make sense in real life, and so we just apply them on the blockchain. So something that makes sense, creating value. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
And we have huge plans.
And XPAD can be a part of that transition.
Exactly. Absolutely it is. The great thing is that we will be able to develop XPAD exactly as we want. One of my vision, one of the things I love is to be able to go multi-chain. Of course, I've always been ERC20, fan, but we have to see how the market is and understand that you need to go where the demand is. Of course, we are not going to compete on Solana, to compete with Pumphone or Les Bon. That will make absolutely no sense. But we took a niche that is not exploited yet, and is going to be something that everybody is going to, that will be wanted. I can easily see myself shilling Vitalik for the Ethereum Foundation, everything, and say, hey, we are bringing something here, guys, for you. And the other thing that is going to be, I think, exciting for everybody is the VIP section we are going to create. So we allow people, some devs to launch, but there are going to be some rules. So, like we are going to have to check their team, see their founds, blah, blah, blah. So we can offer a safer place again for people. That's what I want. I want to make things easy and safe for people. Easy, like for devs, easy for buyers. That's why XShot is coming, making it easy for traders. The retails will come soon. If the bull run is coming, like I think it will come, the September to December is going to be crazy, guys. We are going to see a lot of things, And this time, the great thing is that we will be prepared and ready, to print. The thing I want is to have one of the richest community, in crypto. I will be happy, and I think I've achieved my goal once all of you will be really wealthy. Why? Because, well, first of all, it's because I'm happy that you have, and you can change your life. Upgrade your life, of course. But it's not only that. For me, it's more about building that team, that family that has that power, financial power, and that trust each other's. Because you're going to tell me, bro, you're making a lot of projects. What do you have in mind? Well, I have a lot in mind. I see a lot of things, because once XPAD is done like we want, I will not have to do much, it's done, that's it. All the contracts are automatic, everything is announced. Maybe we have sometimes some maintenance here and there, but that's it, and it's going to run. So I go to the next project, and the next one is going to be XShot. And last week, Game Boy met Lazarev. I told you about Lazarev guy. I don't know if you remember. It's the big guy that worked for Boeing, the planes. He worked for Apple, I think, Shopify, stuff like that. I remember. And he's really, really like a rock star, in this world. And he came to Paris, and Game Boy was there, and he met him, and Game Boy told him exactly what he was doing. And the guy was so excited and said, yeah. I didn't know that you guys, because he didn't know about XPAD, so he explained it everything. He said, you guys have a whole vision, and everything is like linked to each other. All the utilities, they are making sense, And he was excited and said, yeah, let me know when we can start working. I'm full with you. So we have like some best designers and developers with us that understand what we're doing. And that's how you can create successful projects. So yeah, I think we are entering this phase. I don't know if you guys have any questions, during the space or right now. I might answer, because I already answered a lot of things during the on TG, like the marketing question, which is very interesting, and I think I have answered with much details of what we want to do. The thing is about thinking out of the box, and using things that we know that work, and not do things that we know that don't work. So we learn from our experience. We think out of the box, and most important is to have a long-term strategy of communication. And for that, we need professionals. So the marketing is going to be handled by specialists. Because like I said, I'm not a marketer. This is not my job. People do that better than me. And that's what we want, So yeah, that's pretty it, actually.
You actually hit on a couple things we've already hit on. We did another teaching today from The Richest Man in Babylon book. Have you read that book?
The Richest Man what?
The Richest Man in Babylon.
The Richest Man in Babylon. Wait. That reminds me of something, actually. It reminds me of The Greatest Salesman in the World, and I think it's the same author, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know that book.
I think it is the same author. I mean,
Okay.
because like 20 years ago, when I was in the US selling my books, we had some books like that to, for motivation and all of this. And one of them was this, and I remember that name you just mentioned. But yeah, but go ahead. Tell me.
Let me see. The Greatest Salesman in the World is by Augmendino.
Augmendino, yes,
Augmendino. Okay,
absolutely.
no. The Richest Man in Babylon. Who is it from? The Richest Man in Babylon was from George Clayson. George Clayson.
Okay,
But
no, I don't know him.
but we touched on the 7 cures for a lean purse, but we did it crypto style. We did it
Mm-hmm.
crypto style. Was the 7 where is that tab? The 7 rules for building your crypto bag.
Okay.
And you mentioned two things. You mentioned people are bleeding from these meme coins. And
Yeah.
that was actually our number 2 rule. Stop the bleeding. Stop FOMOing into every meme coin.
Yeah.
What we should be doing by this bleeding will keep you broke. What you should be doing is
Yeah.
investing, taking that money instead of FOMOing into all these meme lotteries. Put it into XERS. Okay, put it into projects that you know are going to perform. KOKO, put it into KOKO. You want to get into meme, get into KOKO. It's safe. It's safe. And the next thing was staking. We talked about staking.
Mm-hmm.
Just stacking your satoshis. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
going ahead and like you said with KOKO, yeah, that's to get a nice fat bag. But what do you do with that bag? Okay, what you should do with that bag is go
Yeah.
ahead and take those profits. Okay, now take a little
Yeah.
bit out for yourself and have some fun. Okay, but the rest of it, you need to increase increase your bag, put it into XERS, and start having the money you make more money.
Yeah.
We talked about
Exactly.
that, so good stuff. And you, without even knowing what we discussed, you went ahead and just reiterated all of it. I loved it, Cross. I loved it.
We're aligned. We're aligned.
Exactly. And one other thing that I don't think a lot of the community is aware of. Okay, that with
Mm-hmm.
all of these connections that you make, investors,
Yeah.
developers that want to be involved and stuff like that. Okay, we're not just getting the investor and we're not just getting the developer, because when they invest their time and their money, they're also going to introduce it to their communities. And these people have
Absolutely.
huge communities.
Yes.
A lot of money,
Correct.
a lot of eyes. It's bigger than just having that dev. It's bigger than just
Yeah.
having that investor.
I agree. And that's why I had that strategy of I told you alliances when I started helping some other projects. Like people at first was like, why is he doing that? He's like, yeah, he won't have any more time for us. No, actually, this time is an investment. It's like if you have a project and you have a budget for the marketing, it's exactly the same thing. I'm investing some time to have a better notoriety, something like that. At the end of the day, have more eyes on what we do, and it's exactly what's happening. If I take the Yi example, for example, when I tweet, we can see that the official Yi account, is always liking and sometimes commenting what we do, and their whole community, they know what I'm doing, and they're joining. So alliances. The thing is that sometimes people that they see themselves in a competition, like we are fighting each other.
Sure.
But we are not. Actually, we are not. We all have the same goal. We are looking for that success, financial freedom, being part of a good community and all. We all have this, and everybody is trying its own way with his knowledge. And like I said, people cannot buy what they don't see. Someone that never heard about XERS will never buy XERS. It's right, very simple and logic. So being able to talk to me people, making more connections is always a good thing for us, because at the end of the day, no, we are not in a competition. If that makes sense.
That's right. That's right. We're not. We're not. And you know, there's an old saying. That has some truth to it. Okay, it has some truth. It
Hmm.
says your network is your net worth.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, there's truth to that.
100%, Bianca.
Yep.
It's like, everybody's saying right now something that is very true and very simple. They say, show me your friends, and I'm going to tell you your future.
Sure.
Like,
That's right. That's right.
if you are always with with I don't know, alcoholic people, yeah, there is a chance that you might end an alcoholic. But if you are always with people that make sport, there is a lot of chance that you are going to make sport. And if you are with people that are good in business and wealthy, there are a lot of chance that you'll be good in business and wealthy. Another example here that we all lived together is when I went to England, when I went to the Hyper meeting, the event there. Well, some people are like, why is he going to another projects event? Yeah. Well, because there are a lot of great people there that understand crypto and everything, understand business, are connected, and they want success. And guess what? I went there. I was not there to shill the project like crazy, but
Sure.
I knew that people will ask me what I'm doing. So naturally, I will say what I do, and I will naturally shill what I'm doing and show. And what happened at the end of the day, I went after those 2 days, we had a lot of new buyers on our chart. And those guys, not only buyers, but they have also friends and communities. And so they bring more and more people. The only reason we are not right now at 10 or 20 mil, it's because we don't have a lot of volume yet, because we didn't release the app yet. So there is still some doubt, that can exist. And of course, we're not pushing the marketing. But once we push the button, and everything is going, volume will go up very quickly. As you can see, it's picking up slowly, but at some point we are going to be at 100K volume daily very quickly. And this is enough for people on Ethereum in general to say, okay, looks good. I'm going to try and take a bag and we will see. And what they will see is that there is a strong community, very positive, hardworking. The project is good, and they are going to say number one, they're going to hold. Number two, they're going to share, and number three, they might even buy more, because they say, okay, that makes sense. I want more. I'm getting greedy, and so when you are getting in this, you made it. You made it. So it's going to be ups and downs, of course, but it's not going to be like any classic chart, because all this flow of money that's coming. And the great thing, is that we are working. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you this, but we're working on the website, guys. Gameboy made a first version of the website, and I asked him to change things because it wasn't exactly like I expected it. But we are going to have one page, like, I don't know how we will name it, but when you go there, and that's the thing that you guys are going to shill crazy. That will be that very specific page. And it's going to be like, I told you already, I think, something graphic and with numbers where you can see live the money. Like, $500 of taxes are splitted, 250 going to XERS, 125 going to, XERS, staking pool, 125, Solana, KOKO, Burn. It's going to be visual, like in live, and this is crazy because, it's material. It's like, I get it. I see it. I understand it, and of course, some people will sell or whatever, but they will never, nobody will ever be able to dump our chart. Like, impossible. Someone yesterday was wondering about Mexi. I think that was something that raised a lot of questions. Yeah, at the end of the day, look how much supply is on Mexi. It's nothing. Even you say, if they're like 1%, is it what 1%, Bigunker?
Yeah, I think that's what somebody said, 1%.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind last time I checked. So 1%, it's nothing actually. And so what will happen if people? So it's not in the hand of Mexi. That's what you need to understand. It's in the hands of the users. Like, it's their tokens, right? And two solutions. Either they wake up and they send their tokens on the DEX and they decide what they want to do, or they just forget about them and they will be lost forever. And Mexi won't be able to dump them because, I mean, we have some bad experiences with exchanges, so yeah, we never know, right? But so let's take the worst example. Yeah, they dump on us 1% of the supply. And so what? And so what? We're going to buy back this immediately, you know? And not only use holders, I mean, Xers are going to take this opportunity to buy back more, but me personally, I'll buy back more, and our money, our income, will buy it back like immediately. So this is not something it's not a threat at all. Might be an opportunity sometime for a dip, but I don't believe, I mean, the chance that this happens is very low. But if it happens, it's not a threat. It's not something you should be worried about at all, I mean, you may have a red day, yeah, or two, and so what? We are here. We are here for life, guys. I think Xers is going to be here like forever. It's like you see big companies, Apple or whatever. They've been here like for a long time when they started, and they're still here. They had ups and downs, but what they did is adapt always, and that's what you have to do.
That's right.
A company that is alive, it's a company that is evolving, that is going with the demand of the market, and all of this. It's exactly what we're doing here. You see, XPAD wasn't in the plan at first, but when we understood that that was something easier to make and that makes sense to everything.
Sure.
There you go. Here it goes.
Sure. Not to mention it's going to spread our reach. That way, when XShot does come out, we'll already have a fairly large reach.
Exactly. So there is something logic that might come after. What will it be?
That's
right. It will be XSwap. At some point, you say, yeah, I'm going to provide me too, being like Uniswap, and can make XSwap. But the difference between XSwap and Uniswap is that just like XShot, we are multi-chain. Again, this is the keyword here, multi-chain. Because as you can see, our market, it's very important to understand that we are very early. I mean, the crypto in general is very immature still.
Yes.
So people are still testing, and that's why sometimes, money goes on that chain, then on that chain, following hypes, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how the future is going to be. I don't know if there are going to be new chains, or if people will go only to one chain, or if they are going all to be connected at the end of the day. It might be that one. I think that, and that's why like exchanges,
They like
because
they like easy.
They don't care.
Yes, they
are
like
there
easy.
for them. It's like, yeah, it's a project. They don't even know what's behind, the tech. They don't care.
That's right.
What they care about is just the chart, right? So I think DeFi, at the end of the day, will go in that direction. Like if you have tomorrow with XShot, for example, XShot is a great example. It's multi-chain. I mean, XShot is like we are providing a quality service just like an exchange. Like people can go there, they click, they subscribe, or how to say that, they register. Up, they have all the wallets multi-chain. They can buy whatever coin, whatever chain. They can see their P&L. They can see, okay, the only thing, and this is something that is it's kind of something I don't know if I talked about it yet, but this is the thing I want to make happen, is the ability to cash out on DEX. Because like I was saying, for me, exchanges, the only thing you like, I mean, if you're a trader, yeah, it's fine. If you are using leverage and stuff like that, long, short, yeah, okay, makes sense, okay. But that's it. It's not where you need to hold your crypto and all. And the positive thing, one of their assets is that we can cash out. That's why I see, for me, an exchange is just to cash out. And right now in DeFi, we don't really have, I mean, there are some stuff, but yeah, not as good as exchanges. Why? Because you need a big treasury to be able to do so. You need to have a lot of USD or euro or whatever, because at the end of the day, we need to have a lot of amount of fiat, to be able to provide that kind of service. Well, guess what? I think with all we're doing, we are going to be able to do so because we can start slowly. We can make limits as soon as we have like $1, $2, $3 million in our treasury. we can allocate $1 million, in fiat, and say, yeah, you can cash out. There are going to be some limits, like $1,000, let's say, per day, per user, or something like that, to be able to manage, because it goes very fast. 1,000. Imagine $1,000. If you have 1,000 people, which is a small number, it's already $1 million.
Sure. That's right. That's right. That'll go quick.
So very quick, very. So it's not. I mean, this is a tricky situation because it's not easy to do. It's a real job. Right now, we don't have, of course, the money, but we don't even have the right structure to do so. But the great thing, again, when I was at Hyper, I met some people there that are in traditional finance. One of the guy has a big company in the UK and is doing finance. And well, he understands this and is ready to help. You see? So all of this for me, I mean, maybe I'm a dreamer, right? Maybe I'm a dreamer. I like it. But maybe what I'm seeing, what we're all seeing, is something that will happen and make sense.
Sure.
Because I think it makes sense. It means that we are, maybe right now, us are at the beginning of something bigger than us that we really cannot imagine. I mean, imagine, guys, years ago, you joined a project named Uniswap, okay? And it was at the very beginning. You're like, yeah, they're doing this. Okay, let's see. Look at what Uniswap is, Well, it's just an example. I believe you're going to be way bigger than Uniswap because we're doing way more things and we have a special tokenomics and stuff, a business model. So the thing is, I think we don't realize yet, if there is always an if, we do what we want to do, and I'm very confident on our ability to do it, it's going to be huge, like you cannot imagine.
Absolutely.
Just make some simulation. I made some simulation with small numbers on only one utility.
That's right.
You can maybe multiply this by 1,000, bro. Maybe, It's insane. It's insane.
That's
absolutely
right.
insane.
That's right.
And the great thing, yeah.
Those numbers were extremely conservative, I think. But I'm doing the same thing. We've been in the community. We've been all guessing. Where are we going to be? Where are we going to be? Where are we going to be? And I'm saying 15 to 20 mil. And now listen, if we wait 5 years, of course 15 to 20 mil is completely wrong. Okay, but I'm talking just a week or two after launch. I think we're going to be somewhere between 15 to 20 mil.
You mean the market cap after XPAD release?
Yes.
Oh yeah, very easily. I mean, even though we say, okay, the first weeks we don't have that much volume on XPAD, blah blah blah, but we will have investors that are able, that have this ability to project themselves and have the ability to hold and be patient, and all of those guys. And because you guys are very solid, I mean, our chart is crazy. I mean, you guys like diamond balls. I think it's picnics or. I don't know who shared yesterday.
I think that was Plumber. I think it was Plumber that shared that. But you know what? He's right. He's right. I mean, if you look at the past 6 months, okay, we've gone from, and I'm just throwing the numbers out there. We've gone from 600K to 2.4 mil. Okay, without any big sales, without anything like that, without it, we're not marketing. This is just word of mouth. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at this as this is the community doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
This is all community buying, believing, and holding.
Yeah.
So I did
100%.
I did come up with some things as you were speaking, and everybody remember, if you have some questions for Cross, come on up. Please ask to speak. Or if you can't speak, at me in one of the telegrams. Please don't send me a message. I'm not going to see it. At me in one of the telegrams. But Cross, I did come up with 3 different things I'd like to maybe ask or just talk about as you were speaking. Sure. I'm going to go in reverse order, okay?
Okay.
So you were talking about this DEXs and how using them for on and off ramps for fiat, right? And you talked about the overall plan, maybe. Dream is to get to where we can do that, okay? Now, what if in the interim, while we're building that, what if we decided to use something like MoonPay or Coinbase Pay, and then once we are in a position, we can transition.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's exactly this. I think we have identified a lot of systems that are like plug and play, if I may say. With the API that you can use. Yes, absolutely. Uh, we can start like this. It's something that will allow you to start, but only start because
Right.
I don't like the fact of. I mean, I want to have our thing, ours. Fully ours. I don't like to be at the mercy of another service and
Absolutely.
and 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 sharing my money with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, our money.
That's right.
Yeah. But but as a first step, might be something we can do because easy to do, easy to implement. The service is there, and so we can take some money on it already. Like a percentage of all the transactions,
Yep.
accumulate, and then prepare our own. Yes,
That's
absolutely.
right. That's right. And as a way, as I talked about this a long time ago, especially your Americans, okay? The Americans are not going to go to Coinbase, buy, and then transfer to XShot, okay? We want ease. We want easy. So if we could just do a MoonPay as a transition or Coinbase Pay while we're building, that way we keep people on the site. That's what you want to do. You want to keep people on the tech, because if we have to go to another
Yep.
tech, are we really going to come back? A lot of the people
Yep.
aren't going to come back.
I agree. That makes sense. Yeah. This is something I definitely consider 100%.
Sure. All right. The next thing I want to ask you about is, you said Mexi cannot dump on us. Okay. Now, is that because it is technically impossible, or is it just because our volume is going to be so great that whatever they do won't matter?
Oh no. I mean, I said the both thing actually when I was explaining that. The first thing is that normally, technically, they cannot do it, but we know what exchanges are, right?
Sure.
I made a message the other day. I attacked BingX, on purpose, because I'm still very salty, on
Correct.
BingX.
I
But
think
not
we all
only
are. We all are.
Yeah, we all are. So this happened, and it even happened on big exchanges. Like the last one was the big was what the name? Bybit. You remember? Like 5 or 6 months ago, they were like they said a hack on Bybit, a big dump. I don't know if you guys remember this. Yeah, I mean it was. I cannot. We are recorded here, so I cannot say what I think about it. It is, but I know. But I know what it is, and it was the same thing, just like BingX. All of this is bullshit. All of this is bullshit. They are all scammers. Okay, so I won't be surprised if Mexi somehow, take this 1% remaining, if 1% remains, and sell it.
Sure.
And that's when I said, at the end of the day, won't hurt as much.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't trust them. Mexi, for some reason, I've created 2 accounts with them. I used to use them every once in a while when I wanted to long or short, like XRP or something. I would use them.
Yep.
But they came out. I didn't use my account for 6 months. They came out and sent me an email, said that due to security risks, we are closing your account. And I said, security risks? I haven't done anything. And they did that twice. I'm like, I didn't even do anything. Luckily, I didn't have any money there. It was like 50 cents or something like that. But they're like, no, we're just closing your account. And that's these exchanges, as I've been talking about, all space I've been talking about this, these exchanges it's not your money. It's theirs that they allow you to use. Okay, they allow you to use, and you need to, even like Mexi, you need to get approval when you're sending something off of their exchange. It's ridiculous. All right, the last thing I want to say, and guys, girls, remember, come on up, speak, and listen. If I have never seen you before, I'm going to check your profile to see if you shared the screen. So somebody tried to come up, and I went to his profile, and he's got like 1 follower. You didn't. You have 0 posts. Guess what? You're not going to come speak, okay? I'm not going to let you waste our time asking for money. the next thing, the last thing on my list, you were talking about the website.
Okay. Yes.
Can you just share your vision a little more for the landing page, like the dynamic landing page that you're describing?
Okay. So we're talking about that page where you can follow the money, right?
Yeah, well, the page where I'm assuming you mean landing page. A landing page is where the
The first
person
page
is
when you go on the
first going to
website.
go, right?
Okay. Well, we want to do something simple and dynamic. The first version of the website we made, I sent it to several people like that don't know anything about the project, and they said I understood nothing. And I was like, okay, we are doing this wrong. So what we want this page is to make sure that people can understand like in 5 seconds what we're doing. So the best thing are images, drawings, and few words. And what I think we were going to do is make something very simple and clear. So these people can really understand quickly, like, yeah, okay, I understand. They are providing a service, and this service um, uh, is generating money, and that money is for the project. Like very, very simple.
Sure.
And of course, from there, if they want to dig more, learn more, then they can enter in detail of every utility. And so, so landing page, simple, like the big picture, of what we do. And then if you want to dig, understand more, links to every detail of every utility and every detail of the whole project.
Got it. So easy to understand.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, we need to make it simple. You know why? Because what's going to happen is that we are going to see the retail coming. A lot of people, new people coming, especially during the bull run, and all those guys they have zero knowledge. They don't understand. They're just like, hey, I need to get in crypto. Yeah, I can make money there. That's the only thing they know, and that's why they come to crypto.
Right.
So we need a lot of pedagogy. We need to be able to explain something very complicated to people that don't have knowledge, and that's the art. I mean, you're a teacher, and you know that it's the art of making things simple, even
right.
if they are complicated, accessible. So that's our goal, and that's why actually we hired people like Lazarev, because that's their job. UX designers, those people, they know how to make a website simple, that makes sense to people. They know how to navigate, find the information, and all of this. It's a work. It's an art, I believe, and that's why we be hiring professionals to do that.
Good stuff. I'm happy to be here. Anybody? Does anybody have anything for Cross? Otherwise, I'm going to let the man go. I mean, we've been here for over 2 hours, and it's coming up on 1 o'clock. I haven't even had breakfast yet. So,
me neither.
If no one has any questions, guys, girls. All right, Cross. Any last words, my friend?
Well, guys, any last word? I don't know. What can I say?
You know what I have?
No,
you know what I have noticed, Cross, is koala rating. KOKO rating has greatly improved. We've been trending the past few days. The what do you call it? The KOKO Raiders group on X has been so active. I mean, I'm just so proud of everybody.
Yeah, me too. Me too, really. If I should say a word, like the last word, is just enjoy, just continue. I love what you guys say. You say it's time to be proud of what you're doing. Yeah, I would say that. Be proud. We are very exceptional, guys. In this crypto space, there are not many like us, and we are the ones that everybody wants to be part of. So be proud. Be proud. Continue. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. And please spend time with your family.
Amen.
And things important, because I think, guys, that's the most important thing. I got you. I got your back. I'm doing stuff. Make sure you are taking care of your beloved people. That's the most important thing, really.
That's right.
Life is short.
That's absolutely right, my friend Cross. Happy to hang out with you today, bud. Have a great day. And yes,
You too, guys.
we are behind you, my friend.
Let's go.
See you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bye. I crack myself up. Anyhow.